Welcome to the Dancing Queen Challenge, where you will learn funky 16 beat to the bar strumming patterns, and I have made an arrangement condensing all the different parts into 2 ukuleles and covering all the piano parts and the guitar parts and some strings as well. I've moved the key of the song down 1 tone from A to G. That is actually where they would play it live. Let's dive in. This is a comp of the strings as well as what I would call the arranged piano parts. So it starts off with a string and synth line that has been put together, and it sounds like this. Okay, so we have fret 2, open string, 3rd fret C, then we have a pull off to G. So we're going from 2 to 0 on the A string to G on the next string, open, then back to 2. All together. 2, 3. Okay, and now this is the iconic piano part. Da-dum, da-da, da-dum, which we can play like this. There's your G chord. So that's your C shape, moved all the way up so that you're barring the 7th fret. That is a G. Okay, and we want, and then we're going to do a G shape, moved all the way up so that the apex of your triangle is on the 10th fret, which is a D. And then we're going to move that shape down to, it's a C. So all together. Now the rhythm of that is 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, 1 E and A. So it's not and, da da, da da, da da. 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 1, a 2. Now the trick is putting it all together. Which comes in time with a bit of practice. And then the last 2 notes to finish that phrase are just the open A and then to the G on the 3rd fret of the E string. So you have okay. And now we're going to have the string line. So we're playing an F sharp note, which is the 2nd fret on the E string. That's a 16th. It's a pull off and then a hammer on to the G. 1, 2, 3 and a 4 and. 1, 2, 3 and a 4 and then we do the same thing up here with these notes. So we've got 5, 3, 5, then 2 on the A string. So all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3. And then we have this figure. Choose the fingers that work for you for that one. I found those 2 there made it cleaner for me. So we've got 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5. Now on the A string. 2, 4, And from this point, I swap my first finger to the 5, to the 7, to the 5. So all together. Then we finish with a 2 to 3. If you are my patron, you have access to the entire arrangement, tabs, and as well as strumming patterns. So head on over to patreon.com/Mullum and grab that stuff now. Now, if you're not a patron, you can purchase the entire lesson for a one-time payment. And if you'd like to help support this channel, you could leave a one-time payment on the heart-shaped button below. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and be sure to leave me a comment below. I'd love to know what your favorite ABBA song is. Okay, moving on to the verse. You strum a G chord. You have this amazing thing, which is thumb, 2, 1 on the open strings. Okay? Now this is a 16th rhythm, it's not a triplet, but they're groups of 3. 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and. I had to practice this one a lot, and this is how I practiced it. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. So that doesn't sound like much when it's that slow, but the tempo is 101 beats per minute. And another thing, it sounds better if you play it up here on the neck. You get a lovely tone. Now the trick that makes it even harder is you want to come straight back after that and strum a G chord. So you've got Friday night and the lights are low, looking out. So you're straight away hitting that G chord. I reckon I spent an hour getting that right. Straight back onto the G, and then we're onto an E minor, which you can do by adding your pinky. Now, this to me was the most challenging part, not for the faint-hearted. The timing of this is very tricky. You have 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. 3 E and 4 E. So not only is the shape kind of tricky, because you've got a 7th fret barring all 4 strings. You only need the bottom 3 though. And you're skipping 2 frets and barring the bottom 2 strings with your ring man for 1 beat, and then the next beat you're lifting that finger and adding your middle finger in there to get that note in there. So that's hard enough as it is. And then the timing goes 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. And then you're into this shape, which is part of a D chord. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. So all together, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next part is an A minor 7 chord, nice and easy. And then we have this, using that first finger just to slide those. So we're going from the 2nd fret to the 3rd, then 3rd to the 5th. And here we have, you are the dancing queen. It's good to use these fingers because we're coming into our little chords, the G and the C and the D. So you've got, they're the slides, and then you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, 17. And then we're going to move it down here because there's not enough room up here to go any higher. All around the G chord, isn't it? Open A. Now this little thing, you decide which fingers work best for you. You have the bottom 2 strings of the G chord, and then you move that finger down 1, and you could either do that, or you could either go with that finger there, and that ends up being part of a C chord, doesn't it? And now we're into that string line which we've already covered. And then and that's about it. And then you've got the outro with, there's one little slight change to the melody right at the end. Okay, so there are all the parts. Put that all together, follow the chart, you're good to go. Hey, you're a legend for hanging out with me this long. This has been a marathon. This video has been 5 days in the making. I hope someone takes it on and accepts the challenge. And I would love to see a video of 2 people performing this with or without a rhythm section. Either way would be fantastic. Thanks so much for hanging around all the way to the end of the video. Gold star for you. See you in the next one.